Where do you put it as far as wins in your coaching career?
Oh, it's a good one. If it leads to something special, then we can look back on it and say that it was very big. It was obviously a good day for all South Carolina Gamecocks and for our state, the state of South Carolina, Columbia. The exposure we got last Saturday was obviously very good. But we'll look back and see if it led to anything big for our team this season, or it's just a one day hoopla.
Steve, when the season started, you thought you would have two very experienced linebackers in Falk and Shaq Wilson. Obviously, Shaq now is probably not going to play again. Rodney's been on. And you've had two guys step in without a lot of experience who've really played well for you. Can you talk about, not so much specifically them, but the importance of guys doing that?
Yeah, Josh Dickerson has played pretty well, played very well in that. Coach Johnson was really pleased with the way he played this past game. And our D linemen, Devin Taylor, Melvin, Travian, Lottie, those guys have played very solidly this year. So, linebacker-wise, Josh and Tony Straughter, gosh, they played about all of it. And Rodney comes in there, and he's doing pretty well. His knee is still not quite maybe what it used to be, but Rodney he's played well also.
Steve, is it safe to say that this offense is much better built to have success on the road than any of the others you've had here at South Carolina?
I hope so. I hope so. We were noticing the other day that since we huddle at the line of scrimmage now, that we don't get delay games, and our personnel, we've been able to get guys in and out off the field. Had 11 out there all the time. And I said, man, some people must probably think we're real smart coaches now, because that's not easy to do. Always have 11 and get to play off and change plays and so forth. But Sean Elliott really is the guy that brought in a lot of what we do now. So Sean's been a very good hire as the O-line coach and our style of offense. And the ability to run the ball in from inside the 5-yard line. Gosh, we could never do that before here. But having Marcus and maybe the little scheme of blocking that we do now, it gives us a chance to do that. And, hopefully it'll continue. Hopefully the red zone touchdowns will continue, because that's what we've been good in red zone defense and red zone offense. In the middle of the field, our yards are about like everybody else's, giving and taking.
Given the lack of success on the road, have you noticed that your guys approach the game differently? Do they? You mentioned good fortune, but do they just play more poorly on the road? And do you think about switching?
Well, who knows? Every team's different, as we know. Our guys have been on the road once, didn't play our best at Auburn. But maybe we learned from it. Maybe if we beat Auburn, we would not have won this one. So you just keep playing. Very hard to go undefeated, as we know in any league. So you got to play them all out. You play them all out, and some teams get better as the season goes, some get worse. So we're very healthy right now. We'll see if we can get better or get worse.
Coach, now that you're second all-time in the SEC in victories, just how difficult was it to get to that point? And in this era, do you see anybody catching you? I mean, it's pretty difficult with guys, depends on how much you win, on your job security.
Well, it just depends on how long Urban Meyer and Nick Saban probably want to coach. I would say those guys could be there another 10 years if they wanted to. I don't know what their plans are. I didn't think I'd still be coaching, but physically I feel the same as I did when I was 50, actually. So, I look forward to it. And we got some good players here. Everybody always says, how much longer are you going to do this? I say, hey, I got Marcus Lattimore, I got Connor Shaw, as freshman. I got a bunch of players here that, we haven't had that the first 5 years. And now Stephen Garcia looks like he knows how to play the game very well, and hopefully that will continue. And we got some young linemen, defensive players, so we're hoping that the best days are still to come. We'll find out.
Coach, Kentucky quarterback Mike Hartline's made a nice name for himself. What have you seen from him?
Well, I don't watch a lot of their offense. Coach Johnson the rest of the defensive coaches do most of that. But his statistics are very good. He's throwing for a lot of yards, touchdowns, and everything else. They've got a very good offense. And Derek Locke, I think, may be hurt, they said, but he's not 100% sure that he's out. But they've got a lot of good players there at Kentucky. And we probably need to stay on the field offensively. We need some of those 7-minute drives if we can.
Coach, you said that after the Georgia game, Mark Richt was the first coach you can remember complimenting you, saying you have a tough team. Steven said that Greg McElroy said after this game, we'll be seeing you again. You feel like this program is finally getting the respect?
No. We're not. We haven't won enough to be considered anything yet. We had one really good game that good fortune smiled on us. A lot of good fortune smiled on us. And I don't want to get into all the details of it, but we had a lot of good fortune. And we're moving on to try to beat Kentucky. That's the only thing we need to worry about. Mark Richt just said you got a really good team. And I said, well, time will tell. And but we're in pretty good shape right now. Played Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, and win 2 out of 3 of those is pretty good for us. And so we're not complaining, but we also realize that the whole season is still out there. We're not even halfway through the conference schedule. We played 3 of 8, so we got 5 big conference games, and the biggest one coming up this week.
Steve, after this win, I guess you got a bunch of national requests to talk about this team and stuff. Is that gratifying that people want to talk to you again about your team and what you can accomplish here in college football?
Yeah, that's part of it. But you notice I didn't do any of them, didn't you? Yeah, I just think it's. I've just watched too many guys. You know, when it happens that you do all those, something bad usually happens to me, and I just don't want to take a chance. So I'll be available at the end of the season. Talk to all those guys, all that they want. They may not want to sin, but anyway, that's just the way I look at those things. Is that sometimes too much attention affects everybody, and we don't have a great team here. Don't think we got a great team. We got a pretty good team that has a chance if we can continue to get better. So we're going to try to do that and see what happens. All right.
Steve, I know you said you'll wait until the end of the year, and then you'll know just how big that Alabama win actually is. But looking at the whole day on Saturday, game day on the Horseshoe, taking down the defending national champs, the nation's #1 team for the first time, how much will that do just to raise South Carolina's national profile, or maybe just the way South Carolina is perceived around the country?
Well, we've already talked about that, Rick, and I've already said it was a wonderful day for us, and we're excited it all happened, and now we got to move on to trying to beat Kentucky. That's what we need to worry about right now, and hopefully we can have another day that big. If we're fortunate enough to keep winning, then there'll be another big day possible. But if we start losing, no more big days will be available for us. Simple as that. Okay.
With Steven, was the situation where it was just things built over the last 2 or 3 years towards what happened on Saturday, or was it simply just one day the light just came on and all of a sudden Steven came up with that performance?
I'm not sure. I don't have the answer for that. I really don't have the answer for that. Hopefully after the game this week, we'll see how he plays again. But I don't have the answer. But he obviously was very mentally sharp throughout the game. He was very sharp throughout the game. Okay?
Coach, before you leave.
Okay, before we leave, I've got an announcement to make. Cocky, our school mascot, was created 30 years ago this week. Bob, I'm sure you and Glenn and a bunch of you know about that. So, this is Cocky's 30th birthday, right? Liz McMillan. So let's give Cocky a big hand. Here's Cocky's birthday cake. How about that? 30 years old today. How about that? All right, Cocky, you got anything to say? All right. Media guys, y'all can come have some of this, right?